When a baby is born, people immediately spring into action to clean, check, bathe, and warm the infant. All this is done in order to ensure that this new creation is well on his or her way to a life of growth, health, and maturity. But when someone is born into Christ, we usually just congratulate them and send them into the world. As a result, churches are full of people who have been converted but never discipled, born but never grown, made new but never made mature. At Eagle Ridge, we want to work with you intentionally to encourage you to develop your own spiritual maturity in Christ. This journey will be a process to help believers grow into all the fullness of what God intends them to be. It is a path for Christians, both young and old, to become disciples who make disciples who make disciples. This fall, we are encouraging you to join a morning bridge group to help you mature as a believer. Some of the options are: how to disciple men. This study is for men that want to learn how to engage other men for Christ. The discussion will center around how to make this applicable to our daily life as we intentionally go to be disciple makers. The next is the master plan, how Jesus discipled. This study focuses on the origins of disciple making and how Jesus made disciples. It also discusses the false promise of discipleship and how to ask the right questions about being a follower of Jesus. Another option is the journey, disciples' path. This study focuses on discovering our own personal spiritual age and moving toward maturity in Christ. Along the way, participants will learn how to unlock their own disciple-making abilities. The final morning bridge group is Discipleship in the Gospels. This study will focus on the 4 Gospels of the New Testament in a storytelling type format. Through these stories, participants will learn Jesus' techniques for training and sending his own disciples. There will also be afternoon and evening bridge groups, where groups can meet in a home or other location and engage each other in a more relational way, perhaps over a meal. The evening groups will be working with the Real-Life Discipleship Training Manual, while the afternoon group will be working with the Disciple Maker's Handbook. There will also be 2 women's groups engaging in a Beth Moore Bible study called Believing God, Experiencing a Fresh Explosion of Faith, that will focus on Abraham, Moses, and other key Bible figures to learn how to be intentional disciple makers. What are you waiting for? Jesus has called you for something more than what you can accomplish on your own. Grow with him into what you are meant to be.